What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. New Orleans Saints. Ross Jackson has an excellent piece up on LouisianaSports.net right now, where he is talking about, instead of picks that these Saints should make at 9, picks that these Saints should avoid at 9. And, well, imagine this. It's 2 talented but not productive pass rushers that he highlights here, and that is Georgia defender Mykel Williams and Texas A&M pass rusher Shemar Stewart. And, look, both of these guys are athletic freaks. Shemar Stewart especially took the combine and just absolutely dominated it. Insane height and weight, insane 40s, insane everything, jumps, everything. But 4.5 sacks in 3 years in college. Granted, Mykel Williams has been more productive, but 4.5 year 1, 4.5 year 2, 5 in year 3. And here's where it gets a bit odd, is that like Josh Allen, Danielle Hunter is the guy to highlight here that you can always point to if you want to make one of these picks, right? Because Danielle Hunter didn't get any sacks in college, but was that same physical freak, dominated combat, all that other stuff. And now he's made himself into literally one of the best pass rushers of all time in the NFL. But context matters. And that's where I think you cannot avoid. If you were a better team with a better track record of this, I would allow you to go get Mykel Williams or Shemar Stewart. But given your misses, and your misses specifically in trying to find that pass rusher, also with the added context of you let Trey Hendrickson leave, guys. Guy who leads the NFL in sacks over the last couple of years. You had him. You drafted him. So given your record, you cannot take the risk of drafting a high potential pass rusher. And I don't care who's it, Mike Green from Marshall as well. Small school. No, now he was very productive, but small school, no. I don't want a pass rusher at 9. I don't want that the bottom line.
That's exactly where I was going to go, T-Bob. Look, I'm not even saying that you don't need a pass rusher. I get it because Cam Jordan's older, because Carl Granderson's older. I understand, and Isaiah Foskey didn't work out. I do understand that, but I still think you can get enough production from those players. You just signed Chase Young to a big deal. Like, that's an edge rusher. How many resources do you plan on putting on the defensive line? Yeah. Brian Brzee, first-round pick. I mean, you traded for a defensive lineman here in this free agency cycle. You re-signed players on that position. You've spent enough time on the defensive line. You have got to go playmaker. You have to. Brandon Cooks, sure, it's a nice additional piece. But if you think signing Brandon Cooks is going to be the difference maker on offense, you are fooling yourself. He can be a piece of the puzzle. He's not going to finish the puzzle. You have to either go tight end, receiver, running back. You need some juice offensively with a weapon for a quarterback that cannot do it by himself. He needs all the help that you can give him.
I think the one defender I may be down for would be Mason Graham. But again,
Mason Graham's worth the 9th overall pick, no doubt about it. Any draft, like, he would be a top 10 pick. You can place him in any draft. Doesn't matter. He's a top 10 pick. But again, you've traded for a player at that position. Brian Brzee was a first-round pick at that position. You've got so many resources tied into that position. Do you think that adding a Mason Graham would be a game changer enough with what you have offensively? I do not.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's completely fair. Maybe this is only a world in which, like, Genty, Warren, and McMillan are all off the board. Even though, I don't know, McMillan, I'm a little freaked out by that not letting to watch.
There's a lot of people. So we have, Rhett, who came on here last week, but Rhett comes on with us every week for an hour and talks nothing but draft.
Yeah.
And he said it's freaked every team out.
Yeah, that's so crazy. And I know you may be sitting there and saying, like, I mean, is that an overreaction? Like, what are you talking about? But that was it felt like a Project Veritas video. Like, that was a very honest moment from McMillan. And I don't know that's something that you can just change. Can you learn to love it? Can you learn to want to watch it? Now, granted, there are guys who have been like Arian Foster, very famously, never really liked watching like football casually or anything.
Running back, you can get away with it a little bit more.
Willing to do what he needed to do in order to be successful, but
And Arian was a more of a first and second down running back than he was a third down. At the running back position, tape is a third down situation. Like, you can't be a third down back and not watch tape. If you can get away with it at any position, I would say running back is the spot. You can't at receiver. They disguise too many coverages. There's too many things that you have to, on the fly, adjust to. I'm not saying he doesn't. I caught up with him at the Super Bowl. I thought he was a great young man. Enjoyed our conversation. But a lot of people are questioning with Tairo McMillan, like, okay, what did you really have to do at Arizona? Did you get away with everything at Arizona? Were they trying to keep you happy so much that you didn't go in the portal that you didn't have to do the things that everybody else had to do?
So you're saying there's stories floating around about that?
Your quarterback was your quarterback basically your entire life.
Yeah.
Right? And so, how much...
Did they play like before Arizona together? Okay.
Yes. How much of that was, y'all's rapport because you just literally played with each other all growing up in college? True. So there's a lot of questions. Do I think that Tairo is going to be a good player in the NFL? I still do, but I understand why there's some teams that are like not in the top 10. We are not going to use a top 10 pick. And so for the Saints, like if Tyler Warren's there, how intriguing is that going to be to them? Could Matthew Golden from Texas dominated the college football playoff? Nobody could cover him. Like, is he going to find his way into the top 10? Is he different enough from the receivers that you have in Olave, Shaheed, and Brandon Cooks in his size? He's more in kind of their mold than Tairo McMillan. So,
I mean, like, if you were telling me I had a choice between the receivers, I still would probably go McMillan.
Yeah.
Because of that, because of the physical difference.
It sounds like Genty's going to go 6 overall to the Raiders.
So that's starting to become more and more clear.
Their GM basically is like, I can't come home to my son if we don't select him 6th overall.
So they let Josh Jacobs walk, and then they're like, I mean, maybe Genty ends up being better than Jacobs, but didn't Josh Jacobs like lead the league in rushing?
And we had another solid year this year.
Interesting.
Well, a lot of people were wondering, like, could they still go Shedeur because Geno only had 1 year left? They reached a $75 million extension yesterday.
Yeah, how about that?
I mean, they're not taking Shedeur Sanders.
Good for Geno. So, again, at the end of this, I agree with Ross's original premise. I really just don't want a pass rusher.
I don't think you need. I think that would be a bad move for the Saints, regardless of who it is.
I would keep the door cracked for Mason Graham. Like, I'm not going to close myself off completely. But I do agree with Jake that it feels like this needs to be an offensive pick here and a difference maker, a skill position pick as well. We'll continue to break it down, though, as we get closer to the draft. Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.